Good morning, it's 7 AM and I've got a full face of makeup because I'm just getting ready for day 2 of presenting the Live Zone at the London International Horse Show. Now I know what you might be thinking, day 2? Why is the start of the vlog? Day 1, well and truly, was just a crazy experience. I knew that I was going to find it a massive learning opportunity. I loved it, but I did. And I did vlog, but I look back on the footage and there's about 3 clips, most of which are me saying, I'm so excited, or that went quite well, or that went better than expected, or I'm a bit nervous for the next one. So I've decided to scrap that footage. Mum is coming up with me today. Oh, that's slightly concerning, voice is going. Mum is coming up with me today, so I'm hoping we can get all of the behind the scenes and I can show you, yeah, like a bit of a day in the life of a presenter in the loosest of terms. Are you ready for it? This is the outfit of the day. It's just light enough to pick up the camera and we are en route to the station. Luckily getting to the XL for us is quite convenient because it's just straight along the Elizabeth line, so not too major stresses, as we've got to be there quite early because the very first session of the day is a meet and greet with Harlow Luna White, which they're anticipating to be pretty much the busiest of the entire weekend. So I was prepping Mum that we might be arriving into lots and lots going on. So we have just arrived. It's so much busier getting in than it was on Friday when I was last here, making our way down to the Live Zone. Please put your hands together and give a very warm welcome to Harlow Luna White. I've just found out when I arrived that I'm going to be doing an interview with Jodie Hall-Mactier, who's obviously an incredibly talented young show jumper, and I didn't know that I was going to be doing it. And I arrived at 10 and obviously had to do Harlow's introduction, and it takes place at 11:30, so it's currently 10:52. I have to be back down there no later than 15:15, so I'm just kind of going over some notes, going over a plan, and hoping I can do it justice.
What is it about London that you most enjoy?
I think it's everything. I think it's the Christmas spirit. It's the end of the year. It's a lot of the riders. We've had a long season and it's the final show. It's a home crowd for the British riders as well. So it's great to be back on home soil and have the crowd behind you. And there's everything here. There's the ponies. I've been coming here since I was really small. So it's an amazing feeling to be back as a senior rider.
Yeah, you're right. It really does have it all. Talk me through your week here so far. How's it all been going?
Up and down, as it is with horses. I was placed, I've had a few good placings in the jump-off classes, had a few fences down as well, but my horses have been jumping great, and yeah, there's still a lot to look forward to the rest of the week.
Lots of highlights. You mentioned that you've been away in Holland for 3 years. Now that you're back here jumping in front of a home crowd, is that different? Is there something special about jumping where everyone is rooting for you?
Yes, definitely. I mean, you can go all around the world and there's no atmosphere like it when you canter into the ring and you hear the crowd get behind you. That's the most special feeling, and when it goes well as well, that's even better. So yeah, I love jumping here and I love jumping in front of the home crowd, and it really motivates you as a rider.
children to ride. Tell me a little bit about how that came about and the inspiration behind it.
So actually my grandparents had a riding school at home in England, and that's where I started to ride originally. I was trotting around on the back of my grandmother's lessons, and then eventually my dad and my mum, they started working together, and the sport side of things became the main focus, so the riding school closed. And one of my dad's friends, he passed away unfortunately last year, Mr. Briggs. He owned Hyde Park Stables. It's in Paddington, it's not so far away from here. And he wanted to make sure that the stables went to a horse-orientated family and not just to developers. So we bought the stables almost 5 years ago now, and it's amazing to make sure that horses remain in the city and that people have access to the animals, because that's where it all starts at the end of the day.
The audience now and see if anybody has any questions that they would like to ask. It's an amazing opportunity to speak to a top show jumper. So if anyone has anything they would like to ask, do you want to raise your hand and I will come down and speak to you? Brilliant, we've got some questions.
Unfortunately, I've not been brave enough to do a puissance yet.
At the Live Zone, we had the opportunity to speak to the British Ethnic Riders Foundation and find out what they've been doing since their formation in 2020 to encourage and inspire members of ethnically diverse backgrounds in all elements of equestrian life. We are so lucky to be joined by them again this year, and we've got a presentation that we're going to listen to, we're going to have an opportunity for questions, and we're going to meet some of their committee. So I'm going to hand over to Sandra to get underway.
I think this is a behind the scenes vlog that's actually lacking quite a lot of behind the scenes, but I just thought I'd very briefly catch you up. What time is it now? After 2 o'clock. I've got 15 minutes before I'm introducing the Meg meet and greet, so just having a little breather, refreshing myself, and then once she's underway I've got about an hour and a half to breathe before all hell breaks loose, and we've got loads and loads of back-to-back sessions. I don't think I actually showed you on the vlog, possibly Mum did earlier, the view that we actually have from this little holding room where we get to come, which in itself is amazing, but look at this. I mean, not a bad view. Not a bad view at all. So that is all from me for now. I'm gonna go and get prepped and ready for this, and then like I said, this afternoon, it's gonna be busy.
Hello everybody, it is brilliant to see so many of you here, and I get the absolute privilege of introducing our next guest. Now you probably know her from Equestrian YouTube. She's one of the most successful vloggers there is within the world of horses. She's got over 200,000 people following her journey online, and she's also a very talented grassroots eventer, having been to Badminton and with plans to go back. So can we all put our hands together and give a very warm welcome to Meg Elphick. How are you doing today, Meg?
I'm very good, thank you. How are you?
I'm not too bad. Now look, I know you've been coming to London for a few years, so I've got to start by asking, what makes this show special to you?
Oh, I mean, it's just my favourite, indoor show. I absolutely love it. It's so Christmassy, which I love. They've got some amazing jumping classes on, the dressage, so you do actually get to see the sport at the very top, but equally all of the fun stuff as well. So it makes the perfect mix.
And actually, you didn't come here alone this year. You came here with a pony. Tell me all about your masterclass earlier with Laura and Richard.
It was so good, yeah. So Jam is a couple of 100 metres that way, just chilling. And yeah, we did an eventing Grassroots to Glory masterclass this morning, and it was amazing. Dickie is such a good instructor, and Laura even gave me a bit of tuition as well. So yeah, it was incredible. Jam was so good.
you are back on the phone cam, so apologies that the quality might be a bit bad, but we are now really gearing up towards busy time. So I'm about to head downstairs and just kind of make sure I'm in position. Mum has just gone to watch some of the action, I believe, because she's not really had a chance to do that.
It's the Best Dressed Horse with Fairfax and Favour. If you're wondering how this works, we've got some lovely judges who are going to take a wander around the seats and pick out some of their favourite outfits. They'll be sending some finalists up here onto the stage, where you'll have the opportunity to talk to me about what you're wearing, and then from that, they're going to choose one lucky winner. Same questions, tell me who you are and how far you've come from today.
Hey, I'm Amy and I'm from Essex.
Now, I want to know all about this outfit. Tell me what you're wearing and tell me everything.
So I've got the Oxford Reginas.
Brilliant, thank you. It's a lovely look. I've got to say, our finalist fields are strong today. There are some amazing outfits. I just want to let you all know that all of the finalists will be going home with a little goodie bag, courtesy of Fairfax and Favour. But there can only be one winner, and our winner is Leah.
We have our equitation officer, Pete, with us today. We've just established that you can join the King Street with no riding experience. If somebody does join in that kind of situation, what does their first month with the King Street look like?
So when they get to the kingship, they will be put under myself and the riding staff, where they'll learn the basics of riding. It's called the Mounted Gunner course, and we teach them the very basic level of walk, trot, canter, at a very low level, being able to hold 2 hand horses to exercise the horses correctly.
As a rider, somebody who rides in this performance, do you find it hard to remember? Did that take quite a long time to get your head around?
Yeah, definitely, but because we've done so much practice, it's like, I'm sure some of you did a dressage test where you practice it so often it's just ingrained in your head, and it's, yeah, you get used to it and you know where you're going.
And let's talk about the horses that are involved. What makes a good King Street horse?
A good King Street horse is definitely a horse that will keep calm under pressure and be really responsive to you. We do, as we've discussed, said a lot of training with them to desensitise them, particularly when we're doing States Home Million in London.
And it's not just performances at shows like here. You've also been involved with things like the coronation. Do you want to talk me through what your role in that was?
So the King's Troop, for the coronation itself, when the crown was placed on His Majesty the King's heads, the King's Troop fired a 6-gun salvo on Horse Guards Parade Square. And then after we'd done that, we moved to the front of the procession and made our way down the Mall to the palace. So,
What is the best part of your job?
The best part of our job is probably being able to ride lots of different horses every single day.
Anyone else got another take?
I completely agree. I would say having all the horses ride is so much fun, but equally the situations and the places you end up in, never would I have imagined I'd be trotting on a horse down the Mall to Buckingham Palace. It is just absolutely bonkers. Sometimes you have to really pinch yourself.
Thanks to Equitex, I am getting the chance to speak to not only a 5-star winner in the world of eventing, but as of Friday night, an official London International Horse Show Puissance competitor. Gemma, how are you today?
I'm very good. How are you?
I'm not too bad, thank you. How are you enjoying London?
Yeah, London's the most amazing show, and can't believe I've been able to be a part of it. So it's been a real honour, and I've really enjoyed it, and it's a brilliant show.
Look, we've got to start by talking about the Puissance. How was it competing in the main arena with all of the crowds? What was it like?
It was honestly very nerve-wracking. The atmosphere in there is absolutely unbelievable, and it was packed out, sold out stands, and yeah, it was a real big thing going in that arena. Dimebar, the horse that I was riding, is still relatively young, and he's inexperienced at that sort of atmosphere, so we were definitely holding each other's hand. But yeah, it was the pre-sauce wall coming around the corner to it. It just feels absolutely crazily impossible when you're looking up at it. But yeah, I was really pleased that I gave it a go, and I actually can't wait to give it another go.
That was going to be one of my questions. So you have got the Puissance bug. You are going to be doing more.
Yeah, I mean, a bug is kind of maybe a bit strong because it's really quite frightening, but I'm someone that always wants to sort of better myself and get better and learn from my mistakes and do better next time. So I want to give it another go because I want to do better at it. So yeah.
And how do you actually prepare for a class like that? Because I'm sure there's not many places you can go to practice a Puissance wall.
No, not at all. So Shirley asked me if I wanted to do it, and she not really asked actually, she sort of told me. and I said to her, if I do this, you've got to help me prepare. So she, being a very resourceful person, built me a Puissance wall at home, and we had a good practice. And then also went up to Paul Gaff's. He was also in the Puissance last night, and he's got a proper wall, proper Puissance wall, so we had a practice there as well. But yeah, like you say, it's a very difficult class to practice and prepare for.
So looking forward, have you got any goals, plans for 2024?
Always.
Do you want to share more of it?
So we have, hopefully we have jalapeno and chili night aiming for badminton, which is really exciting to maybe have the two of them there. They've both got to stay in one piece. They've both had injuries in the past, so it's very much managing them and getting them fit in the right way to go to badminton. So that's on the eventing side, and obviously carrying on producing my young horses through. We don't have any specific aims with them. I mean, with the Chile morning clone, I really will hope to go to the Leon Danger, which is the World 7-Year-Old Championships at the end of next year, so he will absolutely be aimed towards that. And then in the jumping side, we're definitely aiming to take Dimebar to the Hickstead Derby again. So that is absolutely my main aim, and we're going to do some nice shows. We're going to Spain jumping in February to kind of build him up and get him ready for that. So yeah, we've got a few nice aims for next year.
One final question from me before we throw to the audience to see if they have anything they want to know. The London International Horse Show attracts so many young aspiring equestrians from so many different disciplines, and we've established that you really are an inspiration in both eventing and show jumping. What advice do you have for anyone who wants to make it in the professional industry?
Yeah, you know, it's a hard industry to make it in, but I think honestly, determination.
Okay, I realised that I never really wrapped up this vlog, and now we've left and I'm in the car after getting a train home. So while we have a tiny bit of light, I'm just going to conclude by saying I don't really know when was the last time I don't make any more noises over there in the background. I'm not sure the last time I spoke to you was. This afternoon was a bit of a roller coaster. I went from like feeling that I had a couple of poor performances. I might have it on film. I'm not sure if I can bring myself to include it, but I forgot the word handbag when introducing a Fairfax and Favour best dress, which is so mortifying because the prize was handbag. But anyway, it's fine, we moved from that, and then I also was a bit in my head after that, and I think I didn't do the best job of introing one of our display teams, but I ended on such a high with that interview with Gemma Stevens. So nice for me to chat to an eventer, just really great. And on the whole, the weekend has just been amazing. I'm so glad I've had this opportunity. I'm gonna lose the light very shortly, so I'm gonna wrap up now, but I hope you've enjoyed seeing a little bit of the behind the scenes. It's been crazy that I've been trusted to speak to so many amazing people, and yeah, here's to hopefully in the future another similar thing, because I actually had so much fun. I'm not sure what the next vlog's going to be, but back to written content very soon, I'm sure. See ya, bye.